Today's Love This Way show is brought to you by The Club. The Club is a safe space I curated just for you. There's tips, challenges, downloads, ebooks, journals, coloring books. Just all you need to help you to succeed in your relationship endeavors. The best part? Each tier comes with free coaching sessions with me. So if you've been wanting to book a session with me but couldn't quite afford it yet, join a club and save hundreds. The coaching sessions alone are reason enough to join. With tiers starting at only $37 a month, you don't want to miss this opportunity. Visit shaliavinny.com, choose the membership level of your choice, and go to your calendar and book your free session. I can't wait to connect more with you. And make sure you mention Love This Way sent you. Hello and welcome to the Love This Way podcast, the show that exists to help men and women everywhere to be better at love. Never any gender wars, back and forth, or nonsense. Just great tips to help you find and sustain the love of your dreams. Because love is a journey and you need direction. So get ready because each episode we're going to talk about our real life issues, answer some tough questions, and we're going to build solid relationships with one another as we heal, learn, and grow. I'm your host, your girl, Dr. Shalia Vinny, and today's show I only have one question. Are you a good man or woman? Let's talk about it. It occurs to me that everyone thinks they're a good man or woman. Every day I receive letters from and sit across from people who assure me that they are a good man or a good woman. The bar as we know it is already in hell, and some of you still manage to limbo underneath that while maintaining this fallacy that you're such a good partner. Do you know a man wrote me a letter the other day that literally started with, Dr. Shalia, let me first tell you that I'm a good man. He then proceeded to tell me how he is a serial cheater on his wife. Yeah, it's going to be a no for me. Then there's all of these people that think just because you're not a cheater that you deserve the grand prize in the relationship Olympics. You might not cheat, but you're childish, argumentative, jealous, controlling, insecure, a liar, sneaky, emotionally unavailable. The list goes on and on. Your partner's not broken due to infidelity, but they damn sure not safe in the relationship with you. But then if we just ask your friends if you're a good person, I just would like to see what they would say. Like if you just went to your friends and said, hey, do you think I'm a good man or wife or husband or whatever you are in the relationship, just ask them and see what they would say if they were honest with you. And then I want you to look in the mirror and ask yourself, because I see women on social media all day telling us how good they are. And then the men are on there saying the same thing, trying to make us believe the same thing. But the math is not mathing, because if all of y'all are so good out here, why are relationships not reaping the benefits? Why all the divorces, brokenness, and choosing to be alone? If you're a good man or woman, don't you want to find your counterpart? Are all of the good ones just rubbing shoulders with the worst of the dating pool? Some of you say you're good because it sounds good, and then there are others who are genuinely aiming at being good every day and are sincerely genuine. I guess the point is, even if you have the best of intentions, no one is absolutely perfect, but you can come real close though. So since no one else is keeping track of who you are and we got to take your word for it, let me just tell you what I believe makes a good man or woman. And I call it the perfect 10 because there are 10 parts to it. So the first one, of course, is emotional intelligence, because how can you be good when you don't even know how to regulate your own emotions and control yourself? You definitely won't be able to empathize with me. So you need self-awareness, which is understanding one's emotions and how they affect the relationship. Of course, you need empathy, recognizing and validating the emotions and needs of your partner. Emotional regulation. Of course, managing emotions constructively, especially during conflicts. Number 2, always going to be respect, because you can hurt someone you love all day long. But when you truly respect your partner, you will truly prioritize their feelings. And this is going to look like valuing your partner, treating your partner with dignity and respect at all times, regardless of circumstances, having boundaries, respecting your partner's boundaries and personal space, both physically and emotionally. Also, equality. You're viewing your partner as an equal, with both partners contributing to the relationship in meaningful ways, whatever that looks like for that relationship. Number 3, communication skills. How do you speak to me? This is looking like openness, being open and honest about your thoughts, feelings, concerns, active listening to your partner attentively without interrupting or dismissing or minimizing their feelings. Conflict resolution. You're going to address agreements calmly and respectfully, seeking to understand rather than to win. Number 4, commitment and loyalty. Honesty and integrity goes a long way. So this looks like faithfulness, being loyal to your partner, both emotionally and physically. Reliability. Can I depend on you to be consistent in your actions, keeping your promises and commitments, and your investment in the relationship? Are you actively working on the relationship and making efforts for us to grow together? 5, we're going to talk about kindness and compassion. How do you treat me? You ever see those people who are super nice to everybody at work and the people they run into in the world, but they won't open doors for their partners, or they take out all their frustrations and angers on their spouse at home? You can't give everyone else the best version of yourself and leave your spouse the crumbs. So this looks like caring. This is easy, showing genuine concern for your partner's well-being, both physically and emotionally. Supportiveness. Do you offer support during difficult times, and do you celebrate your partner's successes? Having patience. This is so huge. Do you exercise patience and understanding, especially when it's hard to do so? Number 6, being responsible and having accountability. You ever deal with someone who's never wrong? I love a person who is aware of their shortcomings and will actually acknowledge them. This is going to look like owning mistakes. When you acknowledge that you've made a mistake and you take responsibility for your own actions, apologizing sincerely, offering sincere apologies when you're wrong to make amends, and of course, personal growth. You commit to personal development and you strive to be a better partner. Number 7, trustworthiness. Now, see, when I mention trust, a lot of you only think about cheating. But can I trust you to be who you say you are? Will you show up? It's deeper than infidelity alone. What about honesty? Being truthful and transparent in your actions and words. Integrity. Living according to your values and principles, even when no one's watching, because that's when it counts. Building trust. Will you consistently act in ways that foster trust and security in the relationship? Number 8, generosity and selflessness. When I say be generous, a lot of you think of money, and this is so much better than money. I'm talking about giving freely, offering love, time, and resources generously without expecting something in return. Compromise, being willing to compromise for the sake of the relationship while also balancing your own needs. Acts of kindness. This is just regularly performing small acts of kindness to show your partner that you care and that they're on your mind. Number 9, shared goals and values, because I need to know we're on the same page. We're all ever evolving. So couples break up every day because they grow apart. So I need us to be growing together and to be checking in regularly to make sure we're on the same page. So this is going to look like alignment, sharing common goals and values that guide our relationship, teamwork, working together as a team to overcome challenges and to achieve mutual goals. Vision for the future, having a shared vision for the future, including our long-term plans and aspirations. And last but not least, number 10, self-love and independence. Do you love you? How you gonna love me if you don't even love yourself? Do you know the damage you can cause your partner simply because you didn't love yourself? Is not fair, so this is a big one. And this just looks like healthy self-esteem, having a positive self-image and not relying solely on your partner to validate you. How do you feel about you internally? Independence. You maintain your own identity and interests outside of the relationship. Balance. You got to strike a balance between togetherness and individuality, allowing both partners to grow personally and within the relationship. Now, of course, you might not be able to check every box I listed here, but I'm hoping that you can check a lot of them and that you are, at the very least, striving to hit more of the mark every day. Hey friend, make sure you check out shaliavinny.com. You can join a club there. You can book one-on-one coaching sessions with me. You can buy my books there. Oh, and you can get free advice from me now. Go to shaliavinny.com, click the free advice tab, and go ahead and submit your question. I will be answering those questions on my social medias, so make sure you do that because you don't want to miss out. Love you guys. So we've been discussing being a good man or woman and those qualities that can help you to become the better person that you want to be. So how do you become the better version of yourself? Through action. Almost everyone labels themselves as this good spouse, but what is the measuring system you're using? Because you can't be the only judge. So what would your ex say? Are you sure that they're bitter, or were you just not ready to face the truths they dished out to you because they paint you in this less than perfect light? We cannot heal what we refuse to address. You know you have anger issues. You know you're jealous, insecure, combative, can't communicate. That's not your ex just talking. You could be better. But you got to take the constructive criticism from social settings you've been in, past relationships, and everyday interactions, and you got to learn from them. A lot of you ladies think you're a good woman simply because you're pretty, but your whole personality is your looks. And so you feel like you're going to be good for a man because you look good on his arm and men are attracted to you. But looks will bring them in, but it will not keep them. When that man gets into a situation where he needs you most, looks are going to be the last thing on his mind. So make sure you have some substance because that is your true currency. Replacing a body or a pretty face is easy, but replacing a perfect 10 soul is so difficult. And fellas, you're not no better because you've been taught that money and providing makes you a man. So that's all you focus on sometimes. And you're a great provider, but you're not a good man. It's not the same thing. You can be a great provider and a terrible partner. You don't communicate, you're selfish, you don't pay attention to the simple things that she needs from you that money can't buy. She's comfortable, but she feels alone in every way. Don't be so poor that money is all you have. You can do for her, but who are you to her? If you really want to be better, ask yourself, how can you show up for other people? Because being less selfish is always a requirement. Set your pride and ego down and be real with yourself because it's only then when things will change. So what is the secret? What are the truly good men and women doing that you may not be? Easy. They actively work on themselves and their relationship, prioritizing their partner's well-being and the health of the partnership. True goodness in a relationship is demonstrated through actions, character, and the positive impact one has on their partner's life. It's about creating a nurturing, respectful, and loving environment where both partners can thrive. You are good, and I know you are. I just want you to be the best. I am rooting for you always. And if you need more help, you know you can always go to shaliavinny.com and book a one-on-one session with me. I love you guys so much. Today's show is brought to you by The Club. Please rate the show on your favorite streaming platform and share it with one person who you think needs to hear it and ask them to do the same. Remember to never stop showing up for yourself and the love you desire to have. Good, better, best. Never let it rest till your good is better and your better is best. Until next time, your friend and relationship strategist, Dr. Shalia. Bye.